When Sarah scanned her last item at the Walmart checkout line, her coworkers thought it was just another shift. But what nobody knew was that behind her quiet smile and a simple uniform, Sarah had secretly built a $3 million fortune. She wasn't a CEO. She didn't win the lottery. She was a cashier who lived paycheck to paycheck until she discovered a system anyone could use. Sarah had been working at Walmart for over 20 years. She was the friendly face at Register 7, always asking customers if they found everything they needed. On the outside, her life looked ordinary. She drove an old car, lived in a modest home, and never showed off anything flashy. But what people didn't see was the way she treated every single dollar she earned. While others upgraded their phones or bought new cars, Sarah quietly funneled her money into places that grew silently over time. Her story is proof that wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you have. Sarah didn't start with much. In fact, she barely made above minimum wage when she first started at Walmart in the early 2000s. Her bills ate up most of her paycheck, and there were nights when she wondered if she'd have enough left for groceries after paying rent. Coworkers often laughed at her cheap habits, bringing lunch from home, reusing old notebooks, and buying clothes only from clearance racks. But what they didn't know was that Sarah wasn't being cheap. She was being strategic. Still, life wasn't easy. There were moments when she felt crushed by her financial reality. The endless cycle of working long hours, watching others move ahead, and wondering if her own life would ever change. But then, one small decision, almost too simple to notice at the time, became the spark that would change her future forever. One evening, while sorting through her paycheck stub, Sarah noticed something strange. Walmart had offered employees access to a retirement savings plan, a 401k. Most of her co-workers ignored it. Why bother, they'd say. We barely make enough to survive, let alone invest. But Sarah's curiosity got the better of her. She started reading about compound interest, the idea that money could grow on its own if given enough time. The concept seemed almost unreal, that a single dollar saved and invested could multiply into hundreds over the years. She decided to test it. With nothing more than $40 from her weekly paycheck, she enrolled in the plan. It wasn't much. In fact, it meant she had to skip takeout dinners and buy generic brands at the grocery store. But Sarah wasn't just making a financial decision. She was making a promise to herself. No matter what, I will let this money grow. Little did she know, that small choice would quietly snowball into something life-changing. At first, progress was invisible. A few $100s, then a couple thousand. Years passed and coworkers moved on. Some quit, others spent freely on vacations or new cars. Sarah stayed at a register, still clipping coupons, still driving the same old sedan. But behind the scenes, her account was multiplying. The stock market's ups and downs didn't scare her. She kept investing steadily, paycheck after paycheck. And then, something powerful happened. Walmart offered employees a company stock purchase plan. Most ignored it. Linda didn't. She quietly bought shares, holding on to them year after year. By the time she hit her 15th year at Walmart, Sarah's portfolio had crossed six figures. She didn't brag. She didn't change her lifestyle. Even her family didn't know the extent of what she had built. Instead, she lived by one principle: act rich later, not now. Her secret snowball kept growing. Dividends reinvested. Stock splits multiplied her shares. Market booms boosted her account. And while others thought she was just a cashier, Sarah was quietly becoming something very different, a millionaire in the making. After 25 years behind that Walmart, finally decided to retire. Her co-workers assumed she'd be living on a small pension, maybe struggling to make ends meet like so many others. But when she walked into her financial advisor's office and looked at the balance, even Sarah was stunned. Her steady contributions to her 401k, her disciplined saving habits, and her investments in Walmart stock had grown into over $3 million. The cashier everyone overlooked had quietly become a millionaire. What made her story even more powerful was her reaction. Sarah didn't rush out to buy a mansion or luxury car. She didn't flash her wealth on social media. Instead, she continued living simply, but now with the freedom to choose. She traveled when she wanted, supported her grandchildren's education, and donated quietly to charities that mattered to her. For Sarah, wealth wasn't about status. It was about peace of mind. Sarah's story gives us 3 lessons anyone can apply. Consistency beats income. It doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is what you do consistently over time. Live below your means. The less you spend now, the more you'll have working for you later. Start small, but start today. Even $40 a week, invested wisely, can change your future. She proved that financial freedom isn't about luck or privilege. It's about discipline, patience, and believing in the long game. If a Walmart cashier can quietly build a $3 million fortune, imagine what's possible for you. Don't just scroll past stories like this. Apply the lessons. And if you want to see another unbelievable story, watch my video about the janitor who retired with $8 million in secret. Like this video and subscribe. Let's keep building your financial future together.